Good afternoon. All right, so 3 games are done. Had to wait until the first period was finished between Colorado and Dallas before recording this video, but here we are. All right, we're going to start off talking about Tampa Bay and Buffalo. And if you're a Sabres fan, are you starting to believe yet? Like, it's got to be getting close, right? To where you believe this team could very well make the playoffs. And this is going to be a great finish in the East. Between Buffalo, the Islanders, Ottawa, two of these teams going to end up out. Odds are Pittsburgh probably finishes in. It's going to be fascinating. So is Elliott versus Comrie in this one? Early press by Tampa Bay. Shots are 3-1 in favor of the Bolts 3 minutes in. Both teams preventing prolonged pressure at this point. Olofsson can't bury in close. The Sabres cycle. Cousins with a one-timer that's held on a 4-on-3. So both teams getting their opportunities. Things get punchy on a hold by Elliott. The Bolts get a power play. Sergachev fires one wide. Puck to the hand on Lyubushkin. That looked like it hurt. That's killed off. The crowd cheers. A penalty kill by Buffalo. The Bolts go back to the power play. They score on this one. It's Braden Point from Kucherov and Stamkos at 13:28. But Buffalo doesn't let that get them down. Olofsson's denied on a breakaway. The Sabres go to a power play. Cousins can't bury a rebound, and then they get the puck. They finish it. It's Thompson on the power play from Dahlin at 16:15. Screenshot. Wires it home. Middlestad's then denied as the Sabres press for the lead. There's a stretch pass to Skinner. Near miss on that one, or else he would have been in on his own. And after the first period, this one's 1-1 tie. Second period, early edge for the Sabres. There's a post for Braden Point as the Bolts press. Skinner fires one wide from the slot. And then at 5:32, Hinostroza scores from Middlestad and Cousins. So again, Hinostroza stepping in due to injury in the lineup. And I'm glad to see him producing. I like Hinostroza. He was having a rough year. Goes down to the AHL. Been very good since being recalled. Bolts get a power play. There's a net feed to Killorn. Near miss. They cycle. Buffalo clears it out. That power play's killed off. The Sabres press at 9 minutes. Shots are 6-3 in favor of Buffalo at the half. Perry's denied on a net drive. Then we get some pushing. The Sabres have a 2-on-1. That's broken up. We get some more punching and pushing on a hold by Comrie. The Sabres get a power play. That becomes 1 minute and 28 seconds of 4-on-4, which then becomes a Bolts power play. And during that brief Bolts power play, Jost scores at 12 minutes and 30 seconds. He buries a backhander. No chance for Elliott on that one. Sabres finish the kill. We then had a fight between Jeannot and Stillman. We get a press for the Sabres with 2.5 minutes left. And then it's Jack Quinn. He scores from Thompson and Skinner at 19:46. And after 2 periods, the score in this one's 4-1 in favor of Buffalo. When they wear the goat head, they're pretty good. Third period, we get a power play for Buffalo. It's cleared early, but then Skinner wires one from the slot at 53 seconds. It's 5-1. The Sabres press for another, but right after the crowd had been chanting, "We want 6," Perbix gets one from Paul at 2:55. So maybe Perbix 6, maybe you heard it wrong and figured they wanted a goal from him. That makes it 5-2. Colton then has a sharp angle, the shot that's saved. Perry has a chance that's tipped wide. We get a power play for Tampa. That doesn't last. It becomes 1 minute and 40 seconds of 4-on-4. Everything's killed off there. The Sabres then get a power play. There's a post for Cousins. And then Killorn puts one around Comrie, shorthanded. Jeannot and Hedman with the assists at 13:18. And, more importantly, they finish the kill as well after that. Fans call one and then tell the ref that he sucks when he doesn't call one as well. Bolts press with 3 minutes left. The goalie gets pulled with 2:35 left. But with 31.5 seconds left, Tampa Bay ices the puck, so they have to put the goalie back in, and Buffalo doesn't let them get the goalie back out. They win this one 5-3. They go to 32-25-4 with the win. Tampa Bay 37-20-5 with the loss. Tampa Bay's really been struggling over the last couple of weeks. So the shots in this one, 13 apiece in the first, 17-8 Buffalo in the second, 12-4 Tampa in the third. Final shots 34-33 for the Sabres. Power plays, Tampa Bay 1 for 5, Buffalo 2 for 5. The hits 28-15 Tampa. Elliott saves 29 out of 34. Comrie saves 31 out of 34. Comrie having a good game. The 3 goaltender rotation seems to work for them, as odd as that is. All right, next up, Detroit and the Islanders. So it was Hellberg versus Sorokin. Early edge for the Islanders. In fact, they controlled most of this game. Hellberg kept Detroit in this as long as he could. Horvat has a blast that saved the Wings clear. The shots are 4-0 in favor of the Islanders, 2.5 minutes in. Then there's a near miss for Zadina. Pelech prevents a goal for Raymond. And this is before the Red Wings technically had a shot on net. A few whistles, Islanders type of game. This game took about 10 minutes less or 12 minutes less than that one. It was a pretty fast game overall. Hellberg was sharp in the first half. He had to be. Wallman has a rush chance that's kicked aside. The Wings go to the power play. Perron's denied. The Islanders clear it out. That's killed off. Shots at that point were up to 12-4 in favor of the Islanders. Islanders press with 3 minutes left. Horvat's denied and close with 1:26 left. The Islanders draw a power play. That rolls over to the second period where the Wings finish the kill. Shots are 2-0 for the Islanders at 4 minutes. Berggren has a rush that's defended. There wasn't much room for the Wings out there at this point in the game. The Islanders press 9 minutes in. We get a power play for the Wings. That's killed off. 1:36 left. The Wings go back to the power play. Seider fires one high. There's a rush by Cizikas, but then they do score on that power play. It's Larkin from Seider and Fabry at 18:59. He buries that one from the side of the net. So after 2 periods, the score is 1-0 for Detroit, even though they've been outshot 25-12 at that point in the game. Third period, early press by the Islanders, and Parise would bury a rebound at 2 minutes and 11 seconds. Aho and Palmieri with the assists. And then at 4:39, Lee scores from Fasching and Cizikas. It was a face-off win. Lee tips it in from in front of the net, and suddenly the Islanders have the lead. Chason has a tip shot that's saved. The Wings press. Nice to see Alex Chason back in the NHL. He was interviewed in between periods during this game as well. Very emotional that he's back in the league. He's one of those guys that I think is a useful NHLer, but he's always been either on tryouts where he earns the job, or in this case, earns the job late in the season, right? Net feed to Kubalik's picked off. The shots are 6-2 for the Islanders with 8 minutes left. Or at 8 minutes, I should say. The Wings would press with 5 minutes left. 4:43 left. The Islanders get a power play, and they score on it. It's Dobson from Nelson and Horvat at 15:41. Kind of puts this game so that there's no doubt left. Lee then scores from Bailey at 17:21. He wires that one from the slot. And then the Islanders look for more. So Hellberg held the lead as long as he possibly could, and then it was done. Tomorrow we may see Nedeljkovic for Detroit. With Husso out of the lineup, there's a possibility Husso plays, but Nedeljkovic was the backup today. So your final score is 4-1 for the Islanders. They go to 32, 25, and 8. So the 8, this column here, is the only reason they're 4 points ahead of Buffalo, who has 4 losses in overtime and shootouts. So it's close. Detroit 28, 25, and 9. And yeah, the selling at the deadline, you could see that this lineup's been weakened. Shots in this one, 16-6 Islanders in the first, 9-6 Islanders in the second. Both teams had 11 shots in the third. Final shots, 36-23 for the Islanders. Power plays, Detroit 1 for 3, the Islanders 1 for 2. Hits, 22-18 for the Islanders. Hellberg, 32 saves on 36 shots. Sorokin, 22 saves on 23 shots. Had a very good game. And it's too bad for Hellberg because he had an excellent first couple of periods, and then it just fell apart for him in the third. All right, last one we're going to review for now. The Boston Bruins have won 10 in a row. How spoiled am I as a Bruins fan right now? I didn't realize they'd won 9 in a row. It didn't occur to me that it was 9 in a row. So 10 in a row means I get to do a video on their 10-game winning streak, and I'm pretty sure it's not their first 10-game winning streak this season. So it's Shesterkin versus Ullmark. There's a good early back and forth in this one. Hedl has a rush chance, that's saved. The shots are 3-1 for the Rangers at 6 minutes. They came out very well. The Rangers again playing with 5 defensemen. Gallant downplaying how important it is and how much it could hurt them. Downplaying how much extra time is being used for their defense right now. But again, this is a game where you could see the Rangers get worn down. This is 2 in a row where that's happened. So Marchand has a rush chance that's defended. Forbort has a shot that's held. There's a press by the Bruins at 8 minutes. The Rangers are blocking at this point. Kakko has a shot held. The shots on net are 7-2 for the Rangers 9 minutes in. So again, really strong start on the road for the New York Rangers. Pasternak has a shot that's held as the Bruins press. VC then had a net feed that's deflected out. We get Punch Fest with 8:28 left. VC versus Forbort takes place at that point, and the Bruins come out of that with a power play. Pasternak fires one high. That's cleared. It's killed off. Boston doesn't score on the power play against the New York Rangers. Things get punchy then after a hold by Ullmark. The Bruins had some pressure before that, but they were kept to the outside. And so the Rangers are holding this one scoreless and keeping it, so that they're one shot away from the lead. Zacha has a tip shot that's saved. The Rangers clear. But then Coyle on a one-timer at 18:07 scores from Bertuzzi and Frederick. So for Coyle, nice goal there. Bertuzzi's first point as a Bruin. With 7.7 seconds left, the Rangers, though, go to the power play. So that rolls over into the second period where Boston is ahead 1-0. And then at 30 seconds, it's a shorthanded goal. It's Nosek from Coyle. So Coyle with a goal and an assist in a period of, 1:53, so 2 minutes and 23 seconds. Not bad. Marchand then had a shorthanded rush that was defended. The Rangers cycle late. Trouba's shot that's held. It's killed off. I think Boston was better shorthanded than they were in the power play in this one today. Rangers cycle late in that power play. Trouba has a shot that's held. That's killed off. Schneider has a shot that's held as the Rangers then press afterwards. There's more pressure by the Rangers 5 minutes in. So the Rangers had opportunities. They were doing their best here. Bergeron has a rush chance that's held. There's a power play for the Rangers. Trouba hits the post, but immediately 2 Rangers in front of the net signal goal, and they were right. It hit the post at the back and came out. Lafreniere gets that power play goal from Trouba and Tarasenko at 7:04. Bruins press to respond. DeBrusk is denied in close. Lafreniere was then denied during a Rangers press. Lafreniere's game's been getting better. That kid line's playing really well. Kreider has a net drive that's defended. The Rangers press, but the Bruins get some pressure to close. So it's 2-1 Bruins going to the third period. In the third, early power play for the Rangers, that was killed off and it was really out of sync. The Rangers power play, this is the thing. You add Patrick Kane, but one thing that's talked about during this broadcast is true. They haven't had time to really practice and integrate and figure out exactly what the right spot is for Kane. So they don't play again until Thursday. We'll see how things are for the Rangers on Thursday when they come out of this little break they got here, but they need it. The Bruins are off till Thursday too, and I think that's great because honestly, it's been remarkable. Boston hasn't kind of fallen apart with the schedule they've had lately. So we get Mikkola with a shot that's tipped wide as the Rangers press. Then Boston goes to the power play. Krejci has a shot that's held. Bertuzzi couldn't bury a rebound shortly thereafter. That power play's killed off 3 shots. Bruins go back to the power play. Bergeron has a shot that's held. That power play's killed off as well. 2 shots for Boston on that power play. Bruins press at the half. Eventually, they get another one. It is Bergeron from Marchand and Orlov at 12:56. So there's Orlov on the board yet again. And then at 16:40, Pastrnak. It's another one-timer, so no chance for Shesterkin here. McAvoy and Krejci with the assists, and that was from the side of the net. So Pasta, I think that's 46 for Pasta. At any rate, Rangers would get it a little bit closer late. 18:34, it's Lafreniere with his second of the game. Mikkola and Kakko with the assists. That one bounced in. And then, the goalie pull happens right off the next faceoff, but the Rangers are not able to generate a goal out of it. So Boston wins this one 4-2. They go to 49, 8-5, which is just insane. 103 points already. The Rangers 35, 19, and 9. Much like Tampa, things have kind of fallen off the rails for the Rangers. They need to get it back going. Shots in this one, 10-6 Rangers in the first, 13-9 Rangers in the second, 9-3 Boston in the third, which I think is accurate. I think the Rangers just wore out, and I think playing shorthanded is hurting them. Shots in this one, 26-24 Rangers. Power play totals, the Rangers 1 for 3, Boston 0 for 3 is that power play, I think, is 5 for their last 50. Hits 25-24 Boston. Shesterkin 20 saves on 24 shots. Ullmark, another good game, 24 saves on 26 shots. With the 2 goals against, his goals against average goes up a little, but hey, these things happen. And it's true, his goals against is below 2, so here we are. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.